that was in evidence. Come and gone. It's off to week.
At their own 26.
They'll run it for the first time.
That run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league.
Kamara, 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 20 to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
On 2nd and 12, Winston, 1,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around, this one is over.
On 3rd down, Winston. The 12. A big play there for the Chargers. 46 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun. Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. 3rd down here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. This is caught. Watkins. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Kay, he's going deep for Brown. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marquise Brown, 76 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
For the point after.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
KJ Hamler returning it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 22. 55. Check back. 55.
They begin on the ground with
bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Winston. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw on 3rd down, Kay. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
On for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
51
Operating from the gun, Kay. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Kay. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
3-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Winston. Flush to his right, and incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
14.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Now a 1st down, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. To throw is Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Winston. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps. And they're there, and they end up making the play.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well,
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you can do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston.
On the coverage.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Winston now. Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. To the air again with Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
It's a gain of 3.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They go play action. Winston. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Again, it's Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets a made.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jameis again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll come out in the pistol. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Winston buying time to his left. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
47-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's a
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
Flushed out right, and that's incomplete.
Winston on the keeper is... It's 3rd down and 5 yards.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Patrick Queen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Winston. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ricky Seals-Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Operating from the gun. Kay. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They run it again with
sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
On the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Throwing again. Kay. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Kay. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says.
Take over first.
He says out at the 8-yard line.
8-yard line.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Chargers.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, Winston. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
J. Hamler. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, this is Kamara. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Third and short yardage, Winston. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
A gain of 9.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That good for 19 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He was covered by Jeff.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Winston from the gun on third down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And the Chargers first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Coming left is Kamara. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Chargers 41, Broncos 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's Ty Long now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
21-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Kay. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to flip. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake. Kay. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Kay towards the end zone for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
First down, Chargers.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
55's mine, guys. 55. Come on. You better break.
They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd down.
third down. Mark Ingram. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Winston on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now. Hey, Black, 22. Check, 55 for Mike. Here we go, let's bring it. Here we go.
And they take a knee.
Winston on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Today's final score, Chargers.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.